everyone, my name is Molly. I am the founder, owner, operator, everything for Lacquer 22, a small nail polish company. And today I thought I would talk about the things that I've tried in 2022 regarding makeup, things I want to try next year in 2023, and then things that I just want to see in 2023. I'm very picky with makeup and palettes and all that jazz, so I don't know, maybe this could be fun. Maybe this could give you like an insight of who I am with my makeup style. I just thought it would be a fun thing. I like when other people do these videos, so I thought I would do it myself as well. So let's start, shall we? I want to talk about basically just brands that I've tried this year, not necessarily things, but brands I've tried this year. Everything that I have is an indie brand. I guess one is a celebrity brand, so that's kind of, it's still indie, but it's not a small business. How about that? I don't know, I think we should just kind of dive right in. We'll get the celebrity brand out of the way. These matte fluid eye paints from About Face are no freaking joke. I love them so much. These are so easy to use. They blend out really well. They give such a punch of color, and oh my god, they're amazing. I always prime my eyes and set my eyes before I use them, just to be safe, because I do crease quite easily. But when I prime and set, they last all day. I really love these. I have too many for one person, but I just really enjoy them. They're easy, they're fun, they're really good for, you can use them as like an all over color, you can use them as a graphic liner, you can use them as a base for other eyeshadows that you want to put on top. Just really fun. I really enjoy them. I will say this orange one though, what is the name of it? Spectre. Not my favorite. It's quite sheer, and that's how it's described, so I knew when I got it that it was going to be more on the sheer side, but I wish I didn't get it because the sheer is not my friend. I just don't like it. I like a full punch, especially with orange. I love orange makeup, but not that piece of orange makeup. Next up, I just kind of have a whole pile right here, so we'll just go from the top. This is Shroud Cosmetics. I bought both of the Batty Bean collabs when Hollow Bean came out. I will say the It's Freaking Bats one, adore it. It's so good. And I love this funky color scheme too. I think it's really fun and really creative, but it still goes together really well. The shimmers are really pretty. They are very shimmery. They reflect back really well. It's very pretty. And then with the Hollow Bean one, I bought this one because I don't have any other multi-chromes in my collection, and there's two. I think this one and that one are multi-chromes, could be wrong, but I thought it would be fun to try that, and it's Halloween themed, and Batty Bean seems like a very sweet soul, so I thought might as well. This one, I still enjoy it, but I have trouble finding out or figuring out what I'm gonna use, how I'm gonna use it, what I'm gonna pair it with, because I just don't feel like many of these colors go super great together. I have seen Batty Bean's tutorials on this and you know how she uses them, but I don't know, for whatever reason this gives me writer's block. And I just can't, I don't know, the colors are very pretty individually and I do still very much like them, but I don't know, I just can't pair them together very well. I don't know what it is. And this green right here, these are hand-pressed, handmade shadows, but this green is just, it's a little chalky, I guess is the right word. It's very pigmented, but it doesn't blend out as well as I would like it to. But yeah, I don't know, it's very pretty. I'm having trouble trying to pair it with other things, and that kind of makes me a little sad because I love Halloween things and Halloween in general, really, but I don't know, It's Freaking Bats is a lot better for me personally than Halloween. What are you gonna do though? Not everything can be a win, you know. Next up is actually another Halloween themed palette. This is Hauntingly Glamorous. It's from Unearthly Cosmetics. I have it when it says Alien Cosmetics there. I very, very, very much enjoy this. I think just the color scheme perspective, beautiful. I will say I don't love the two shimmers up there. I'm not sure if they've reformulated since they've rebranded. But I think the mattes are really nice. They blend out really, really well, and they have a good pigmentation to them. I just like this color scheme as well. Also, I just appreciate when things are kind of broken up. So like a red row, a bluish, greenish row, and then a purpley row. I get overwhelmed, so I like when things are kind of broken down for me. But I really like this palette. I think the quality is really good. I want to try other things from them, but it seems like they kind of have a issue with keeping things in stock and all that. And there's only a couple of palettes from them that are available currently that interest me from a color stories perspective. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I would like to try another thing from them, especially with the Unearthly branding, but see what happens. See what happens. Next up, we have Odin's Eye. Now this is, I was blown away, if I'm honest with you. I got the Solmon 2 and the Hella palette at the same time, and the Solmon 2 is so, so pretty. I just perfect non-rainbow rainbow palette. I think it's very, very fun. And just the formulas are really, really good, easy to blend out, easy to use, pigmented, all that jazz. I really, really like this one. The Hella palette, same deal, very good quality. I just wish that there weren't as many. I love Angeshka, as how I refer to her. I know she doesn't really go by that a whole lot anymore, but I love her. She's one of my favorite creators. But I don't love that there are these three neutral-ish tones, and they're all very similar in depth. So that kind of bothers me a little bit. I wish they were more punchy, but I still like the green and pink color scheme, still love the quality of Odin's Eye. And this, I guess this one and the Christmas Day ones aren't the same, but the Solmon 2 packaging is like a textured cardboard, and it feels really, really nice. It feels very luxury for a cardboard packaging. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Hella is like a regular cardboard, but yeah, I don't know. I love the color story, except for those shades that I pointed out earlier. I love the quality, and then I also have the Merry Christmas palette. This is very fun. I really, really like this, and I think like reds and greens are obvious Christmas colors, you know, but I feel like it works out really well. This, like, oh my god, that's interesting. This is a bright green from my perspective. There we go. That's a duochrome that's very, very fun. I just like these. I also like that a black is included here because I am often using one just to deepen up my lash line. And then there's also a black in the Solmon 2 palette as well. I just appreciate it. I don't want it in every palette, but I enjoy it when I have it. Also from Odin's Eye, I tried their highlighter, the Lavender Dream one. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so, so pretty. I use it as a topper on my eyelids. It's just so pretty. It goes from a blue to purple shift, and it is magical. There's a translucent base, and I love it. It's really, really nice. Next brand, this is what I'm wearing right now. This is these two Scooby-Doo palettes from GlamLite. I'm so impressed. I have heard that they were pigmented, and I heard that they blended well, and I heard that they had good shimmers, and I heard all these things. And personally, when I try a new thing, even if I hear other reviews, I try to stop myself and say, let's see what happens for me. You know, I don't want to go off of other people's reviews and be skewed. I try to go in very neutral. I'm amazed, genuinely. These are so good. I don't understand the secret, and I love the Scooby-Doo themes, I can't lie. They're so good. I also got the highlighter duo, which is the same as the Odin's Eye one, where I use it as a topper on my lids, not as a face highlighter. And that one is just beautiful too. I am so impressed by these, truly. I really want to try the Strawberry Shortcake palette from them. I'm considering getting the Frosted Flakes one, but I haven't decided yet. But I'm just, it's beautiful. I'm so impressed. It truly, it truly blew me away. Next up, for the brands that I've tried this year, this is Ace Beauté. These are the Flare and the Ambiance palettes. This is Flare, beautiful, and then Ambiance. And I've been using both of these kind of together. Nice. I like this one more by itself than the Flare palette because I feel like the Flare has not much depth to it. Like I feel like it's all pretty similar in depth, and that's just not enough for me. But using them together has been really nice. I will say this gave me like a challenge. I don't think it likes to be used over set eyelids. I've tried it a couple times when I haven't set my eyelids and it's blended out really well, but I'm oily so it creased. Which, I mean, that's nothing against Ace Beauté. That happens with any formula that I don't set my eyelids on, but I don't know. I'm trying to set my eyelids maybe a little less so there's not as much powder there, but I really like how it's working. I really like the formula. I just wish that it was easier to use with how I do my eyeshadow. But I feel like the colors are pretty enough to where it's okay. I also have the Paletteopoly collection right over there, or not collection, just the palette. And then I have the Violet Sage one as well. Violet Sage is not as pigmented, straight up, no questions asked. Not as pigmented. Paletteopoly haven't used yet, but I will say that's the Ace Beauté colors, and then, or palette, whatever, and then the Shroud Hollow Bean ones are probably the ones that I'm the least happy with, but I'm still happy with everything that I'm showing. I am more impressed with the brand I'm about to show, and Odin's Eye and GlamLite, for the record. This last brand that I tried this year is Nomad Cosmetics. They really got me interested with the French palette. I don't want to say it and say it wrong. But they got me super interested. I asked for that one, the Hudson Valley, and then the Santa one for Christmas, and my fiance got them all for me. But I bought this one during the Black Friday sale because I needed to try. I needed it. And I bought this when it was half off. I was like, okay, I don't know how much I'm gonna use it, whatever. I used this for 2 weeks straight. Like I did not use any other palette for 2 weeks. It was only this. I was so impressed. Still am. The mattes are amazing. The shimmers are amazing. I don't have a problem with this at all. I'm so impressed. I can't wait to see what they do next year. I hope they do more of the 15 pans. The 18, I think, is a little much for me, and I feel like the way that they do them is a little redundant and repetitive. So I want more of these, and I feel like this is a good size as well. For the Santa's Village palette, I heard a couple people say that these shimmers are a bit more complicated, I guess, which honestly I agree, but I use my finger for shimmers most of the time, so for me it's not a huge issue, but I knew what I was getting into, and I think the shimmers are so pretty anyways, so you know, it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I will say I wish that there were 5 mattes and 4 shimmers instead of vice versa and what it is right now, but the mattes are still amazing. I mixed the red and the gray yesterday, and they were like a wine-ish type color. Very, very pretty. I used the green and the gray the first time, and then I used that white one to kind of blend everything out if I'm not taking my time. But this is really pretty. The Snow Whistler Lodge, or whatever it is, amazing. Genuinely, I'm so impressed. That's all of the things, all the brands that I've tried this year. Obviously I'm an eyeshadow person, so you know, there's that, but I was impressed by basically all of them. Again, the Hollow Bean one, not as easy to create looks as I thought it was going to be. I couldn't, my brain doesn't work with those colors for some reason. I don't know why, but what are you gonna do, you know? For the brands that I want to try, the first one I want to mention is Blend Bunny. I actually have a palette coming to me now because I bought it with their sale, but it's the All Done Up palette. I'm so excited. I really love the depth of them, of really just how all of those palettes are laid out with the light to dark. I think that's genius. And I really appreciate it. And then the All Done Up being more of a neutral, but more of a funky neutral palette. I think it's going to be really fun. Next up, I want to try House Labs. I have thoughts on them. I really want to try the lipsticks that they have. The eye paints I'm not too worried about because I have the About Face ones that I love so much. But I've heard really good things about the lip crayons, and I'm interested in trying them, but I need to go in and swatch them and then also just decide if I really need that because I think the answer is I don't. But you know, I'm interested in trying them at some point. Maybe if they have a sale or the next Sephora sale, I might grab one. Other things from them I'm not too interested in. I don't really care about. The highlighters seem very pretty, but I just don't wear highlighter all the time, so it's kind of a waste if I were to get it. So the lip crayon is the main interest for me. The next one is Melt. So I've heard hit and miss things about their eyeshadow formulas. The Gemini 1 and 2 are my main ones that I'm looking at, but the Mary Jane one looks so pretty as well. I almost bought during the Black Friday sale, but I figured I was spending enough on everybody else in my family, so I said that's okay. But they seem really pretty. They seem really pigmented. And I feel like I feel like Melt in general just has a very cool, like, look to them and like a cool customer base. And I want to be part of it. But yeah, I don't know. They've been interesting me for a couple years now, and they are available at Sephora, so you'd think that I would just try one, but I just can't do it. I don't know. It's been, every time I've gotten close to trying one, I just don't, and I don't know what it is that's holding me back versus, like, you know, all the ones that I've tried today where I learned about them this year and I bought them. You know, like, I'm not sure what isn't making me pull the trigger. Next up is Black Moon. This is also like one of those fun customer bases. I have been eyeing Cider, the liquid lipstick, since it came out. And I haven't pulled the trigger. I'm hoping that they do their spring cleaning sale again this year and I can pick one up then, but we'll see. And then the shade Libra as well. I have been looking for a dupe for ColourPop Aquarius for what seems like my whole life. That is my all-time favorite pink nude shade, but obviously they don't make it anymore. And I'd rather have a liquid lipstick form rather than a regular lipstick form anyway, since I overline my lips, but I don't know. I can't seem to find them, and I think Libra is a good option, but I've also heard good things about Truffle, I think, from Dose of Colors, so I don't know. I don't want to spend $1 million trying to get every dupe that I can. So we'll see what happens, really, because if they have their spring cleaning sale, I will probably go ahead and grab them. Okay, that kind of wraps up the brands that I have tried and brands I want to try. So now I just want to talk about things that I want to see. And again, I'm an eyeshadow bitch, so, you know, buckle in. So the first thing, I mentioned in my like best of 2022 video that I love the ColourPop quads. I genuinely do, but I want to see some all matte quads, and really I want to see them in this kind of format, like a monochrome situation where it's, you know, a light, medium, and a dark, and really this could be the third color and then just make it a little deeper, like the Blend Bunny ones. I just feel like that would be really nice. I want that really bad. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I think that would be very fun. Another thing from ColourPop, I would like to see monochromatic color stories of mustard, olive, like a dusty purple instead of like a rainbow purple. Just more like fall tone, like an eggplanty kind of situation. And I know they have the wine and only, and then the orchid you not, but I don't know, I want all mattes for those two. For the olive one, that's fine if it has shimmers in it, but I want more fall monochromatics instead of the rainbow versions, if that makes sense. I also, the last thing from ColourPop is I want to see more funky color stories from them. And I know that they are more of a mainstream brand now, so I don't think it's really gonna happen, but it would be really cool if we had some kind of funky situation like this from ColourPop that is mainstream. I feel like it would get a lot of people going, get their creative juices flowing, and I feel like it'd just be really fun. And not many mainstream brands are doing funky color stories, so why not have ColourPop be the first one? I think that that would be really fun, and I mean, obviously that's my personal makeup preference anyway, so I'm biased, so I don't know how well it would actually do, but fingers crossed, I'd like to see it. So, okay, Rare Beauty blushes. I absolutely love them. They are some of my faves. I'm really not letting myself buy any other blush that isn't that formula. Call me crazy, but I really want to see like a yellowy orangey one. I think that would be beautiful, like a daffodil kind of color. Maybe throw in a little hint of mustard. I think that would be beautiful, and I think it would go over really well. I think it could be very fun on a wide range of skin tones, and I know that their thing is more natural, which, you know, whatever, that's fine, but I think a yellowy orange one would be amazing. I saw somebody tweet about it this year or last year, I'm not sure, and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. It sounds like such a beautiful creation and I need them to do it. Also, so I want these about face things, but I want a periwinkle. I feel like a periwinkle would be adorable for spring, and I think periwinkle in general is just a cute color, and I love the formula, so I would love to see it from them. Also, I'm in Texas, so spring and summer are quite hot, so when I'm sweating and all that, I have more faith in my eyeshadow when it's a liquid like that during spring and summer, because I know that it's gonna stay on. So I want it in that formula rather than a powder. Another thing is a mega ginormous e.l.f. Wow Brow. I mentioned in my best of 2022 that I go through those like crazy. It's my favorite brow product ever. I think it's so easy to use. I think it gives my brows a good look. And I really like it. But I feel like I go through one a month or one every 6 weeks or something, and I would really love to not have to rebuy it all the time, and that would save on packaging. So really it'd just be a win-win, but I don't know how many people love the Wow Brow like I do, so who knows. Those are kind of my main things. I need to get better at transitions here. I really am such an eyeshadow person, and I am, oh, you know what? Here's another thing. I need a Scooby-Doo part 2. And I'm not kidding. I need a Daphne palette, I need a Velma palette. GlamLite, I need that. I love these so much, and seeing like a Velma one that would have a lot of bright oranges maybe could be very fun, orange and red, and then even a Daphne one where it's like maybe purple and red and throw some Fred's ascot in there. I don't know. I would like that very much, and especially after trying this formula, and I want more of the tin pans from them. I think this is a great format. I'm so impressed. I'm truly blown away by these. I think now that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope maybe some of these things you would like as well. Let me know. Or let me know if you've tried any of these brands as well this year, if you want to try them next year. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.